The brand new Xiaomi flagship is here. Yes, we are talking about the new Mi 6. The latest smartphone from the Chinese giant has been getting a lot of attention. And well, rightly so. The Mi 6 brings flagship level performance at a very affordable price. And this begs the question, should you go for flagships like Pixel or S8 when you can get flagship worthy specs and performance in the Mi 6 at less? Let's start off with the design, shall we? Well, the Mi 6 is definitely a looker. While I would have wanted the ceramic version of the device, we have the black version, which is a pretty good looking device. Thanks to the mirror-like glossy finish and ever so slightly curved edges on the front and the back, the Mi 6 looks beautiful, and it's also a pleasure to hold. However, the glossy back is prone to fingerprint smudges and dirt. Also, it is quite slippery. In fact, very slippery. We had problems resting the device on various surfaces, as the device always tends to slip off. Another problem is that the Mi 6 lacks Gorilla Glass on the front, and our unit already had a few scratches in the first few days itself. Well, Xiaomi seems to know both the problems and thus bundles a case with the device. Other than that, the Mi 6 features a capacitive home button which also doubles up as a fingerprint scanner. And let me tell you, the fingerprint scanner is blazing fast. Take a look at how it compares with the fingerprint scanner of the Galaxy S7. I certainly like it, especially after using the hit and miss scanner on the S8. While I like the build of the Mi 6, it's surprising if not sad that the Mi 6 retains the huge bezels we've come to expect from last year's flagships, especially since Xiaomi started the bezel-less trend with the Mi Mix. I have used the Mi Mix and the S8 extensively in the past, and they've certainly spoiled me. And now the Mi 6 just feels like a very ordinary smartphone. The bezels also result in Mi 6 packing in a 5.15-inch display, when the S8 packs in a 5.8-inch display in a very similar frame. Also, let's address the elephant in the room. There is no headphone jack on the Mi 6. Yes, Xiaomi pulled an apple here, and it's disappointing to say the least. There is a Type-C to 3.5mm adapter in the box, and Xiaomi says they did it to increase battery, but I don't really appreciate this decision. Talking about the display, the full HD display on the Mi 6 is great. When you compare the other 1080p displays, you will find that the Mi 6 is right up there with one of the best displays. The IPS LCD display exudes great and natural colors. It's vibrant and has great sunlight legibility, thanks to its decent brightness. Also, since it's a comparatively smaller display, the 1080p resolution makes up for a very sharp display. The display on the Mi 6 is certainly flagship material, even though it's not a QHD display. On the performance front, the Mi 6 is powered by the latest Snapdragon 835 processor, which also powers the Galaxy S8. There's also 6 gigs of RAM, which is a couple more than what you get with the S8. Now this is what makes the Mi 6 such a great smartphone when you compare it to other flagships. When it comes to the benchmarks, the Mi 6 is right up there with the S8, which is almost double its price. In N22 benchmarks, the phone is on par with the S8 and even matches the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. On Geekbench, the Mi 6 beats the S8 in multi-core tests, while the S8 comes ahead in single-core tests. However, the margin is pretty low, but it's still impressive the Mi 6 matches the S8's performance when it is half the price. In real-world usage, the Mi 6 is snappy and things have always been fluid most of the time. Also, thanks to the massive amount of RAM, multitasking is a breeze on the Mi 6. When it comes to the gaming performance, there were no stutter or frame drops at all. The Mi 6 is the first Xiaomi smartphone to come with Android 7.1.1, with MIUI on top, and well, things are a bit on the unstable side. MIUI 8 with Android 7.1 is very unstable, and I came across a number of errors. While things did change for the better when I did a factory reset, there were few errors once in a while again. Don't worry though, I think Xiaomi will fix this in future updates. Other than that, there are a couple of things that I don't like. First, there are no Android Nougat features in MIUI, even though this ROM is based on it. No multi-window here. Also, MIUI 8 on the Mi 6 does not include any new features, which is a shame. Now that I've cleared it out, let me tell you, I kind of like MIUI, except for a few things that is. I just hate the fact that MIUI does not have an app drawer. For someone like me who installs a ton of apps, the home screen becomes too cluttered to use. Other than that, I like the various customization options and the great theme engine in MIUI. Plus there are handy features like a native app locker, a child mode, quick ball which brings various shortcuts on the go. Then there's second space, which is like multiple user accounts in stock Android, but a lot better. Also there's a dual apps feature, which lets you use multiple instances of one app. So you can use 2 accounts of WhatsApp and other apps with ease. My favorite feature though is the ability to uninstall multiple apps easily. What a relief. So yes, there's a lot to like in MIUI. Apart from a few cons, I really like what the MIUI offers. Moving on to the camera, the Mi 6 takes a page from the iPhone 7 Plus. It features dual cameras, with one being a standard 12 megapixel f1.8 camera, while the other being a 12 megapixel f2.6 telephoto lens. I know, that's essentially the same as the iPhone 7 Plus. Well, check out some photos taken in daytime with the Mi 6. Yes, the Mi 6 captures photos with decent sharpness, solid detail and good colors. You can see that it compares pretty well against the Galaxy S8. In fact, some photos look better than what the S8 captures. The 2x zoom too works well in well-lit situations. However, not so much in low light. Yes, low light shots are a different story. The Mi 6 camera struggles a bit when it comes to low light shots. And there is noise. The fact is, the Mi 6 only uses the primary lens in low light, so the telephoto lens is only useful in well-lit situations. Also, the Mi 6 lacks an auto HDR mode, which might be the problem as well. However, I think Xiaomi will bring the feature in a future update, since even low-end Mi phones pack. The Mi 6, like every other high-end device out there, captures 4K videos at 30 FPS. It also features 4-axis optical image stabilization. Well, the videos captured are pretty decent, but sadly the 2x lossless zoom doesn't run of the mill. The cameras overall are pretty average, and while you might be pleasantly surprised in well-lit situations, the Mi 6 can be a little disappointing in low light. Moving on to the battery, well, the Mi 6 packs in a 3350 mAh battery, and the battery performance is pretty good, thanks to the device's smaller display and MIUI's great battery optimizations. The device easily lasted me for a day almost every day. On heavy usage, where I did various benchmark tests while also using the device extensively, the device lasted for more than 20 hours with around 7 hours of screen on time, which I think is pretty great and way better than a flagship like S8. On an average, the Mi 6 always lasted me for 24 or more hours. When it comes to charging, the Mi 6 takes 90 minutes to charge from 15 to 100, which is good enough. When it comes to audio performance, the Mi 6 packs in dual stereo speakers, one at the top and the other at the bottom. While the speakers aren't very loud, they pack in some great depth and bass. Here's how it compares with the S8. Let me sum things up for you. The Mi 6 is a great smartphone for its price. It packs in performance that matches and at times beats the best Android smartphone right now, the S8. Plus, it has a great display, good battery life and a beautiful design. Having said that, the device does feel a bit too generic and features a pretty average camera. The Mi 6 is priced at around $360 in China, and we can expect it to be priced at around 25 to 30,000 rupees when it launches in India. So if you're on a budget and you want to buy a phone that offers flagship grade performance, the Mi 6 should be a great buy.